Hello and welcome to another episode of Chip Shots. I'm your host Gary Mack. Hope everybody had a great week out there. Actually, a couple of weeks, feeling a little under the weather last week, but back this week to bring you highlights. Yes, highlights of the Ryder Cup. The USA beat Europe 19-9 in a beatdown in just a wonderful Ryder Cup this year, and they win the cup back. And they won this on Friday. I mean, they came out smoking. They had lost 5 of the last 6 matches, 9 of the last 12, and they themselves, the USA team, was pasted by Europe in 2018 in Paris, but it didn't matter. They came out, and two-time major champion and Ryder Cup rookie Colin Morikawa provided the clinching point for the U.S. with his tie against Victor Hovland. The final score was, as I said, 19-9, and that's the largest margin of victory since all of Europe joined the Ryder Cup in 1979. After 2 decades of being pummeled by Europe, the U.S. has now won 2 of the last 3 matches, and let's hope that's something that we're going to keep up with. After surging out to a 6-2 lead on Friday, the U.S. was relentless and ruthless, went up 9-3 Saturday morning, and took a substantial 11-5 advantage into Sunday's singles action. That was the largest lead held by the U.S. going to the final day since 1979. And Saturday afternoon was key as well because it looked like Europe was mounting a comeback, and the U.S. was able to hold them off, get 2 points, and to go into Sunday with that 11-5 advantage. And that was a big advantage. They had to get 3.5 points out of a possible 12, and they just came out blazing, and it was a resounding victory, and it started early after Rory McIlroy put blue on the board with his win against gold medalist Xander Schauffele in a lead-off match. The Americans became a Stars and Stripes wrecking ball by winning 5 of the next 6 matches and halving the other. Rookie Patrick Cantley, the reigning FedEx Cup champion, he beat Shane Lowry, then Bryson DeChambeau, who drove the first tee on number 1 on the course at Whistling Straits. He defeated Sergio Garcia, the all-time points leader in Ryder Cup history, 3-2. Then Morikawa got the clinching half point. Brooks Koepka beat Bernd Wiesberger. Justin Thomas beat Terrell Hatton, and then Dustin Johnson made it 17.5, 6.5 with a one-up win against Paul Casey, and then Jordan Spieth. Yeah, Jordan Spieth on the comeback trail. He halved his match with Tommy Fleetwood, and rookie Daniel Berger in the anchor position polished off the rout with a one-up win against Matthew Fitzpatrick. Overall, Dustin Johnson went 5-0 and got the Jack Nicklaus Award, and Sergio Garcia got the Tony Jacklin Award for Best Sportsmanship and camaraderie and Most Valuable Player, I guess, sort of thing. But Dustin Johnson was unbelievable. 5-0, played in all 5 matches, won all his matches, and just was terrific all week, and really was deserving of the honor that he got. So congratulations to the USA team. They really did it. As I said, this team attacked, and they attacked early and often. And the key is, in these things is to try to build up a lead on Friday. And that's exactly what they did. And they continued it on Saturday. They did not let the momentum slip. And continued the assault on Sunday. I got to admit, one of the key matches there was Scotty Scheffler against John Rahm. And when I looked at the initial matchups, I thought for sure that, Scotty's a good player, but Rahm was number one. And he's playing well. And he played well on Friday and Saturday, John Rahm did, paired with Sergio Garcia for the most part. But Scotty took it to him. He built up a four whole lead right in the beginning and held on and won 4-3. So congratulations. It was just a magnificent performance. He played awesome on that singles match, and they all did it. They all did. Even Xander Schauffele, that match was back and forth. He played well. I mean, McIlroy had not done anything all week. He had struggled mightily and was determined to get a point at least out of this, and he did his job. Look, he's a great player. And Shoffley gave him a battle. It was close, but Shoffley gave him a battle, and it didn't turn out for him this time. But it was good to see Jordan Spieth. That match went back and forth, and they halved. And look, all the rookies. Harris English played well in the foursomes. And in the singles. And Daniel Berger played well. Colin Morikawa, we said, played well. Who else was a rookie? I'm thinking off the top of my head. DeChambeau, not a rookie, but he played well. Koepka, again, not a rookie, but he played well all week. It was just this is the turning corner, perhaps. A new youth movement Cantley played well too all week. Of course, he's been hot the tail end of the season, so it was good to see him continue that right into the Ryder Cup. So they all played well, and you could see a different spirit, a different attitude. One of them was quoted as saying that it was like the President's Cup, and they always play well in the President's Cup. So maybe we've turned the page here now, and that's the attitude they have to take. That it's similar to the President's Cup, and don't get yourself too hung up on stuff, and just go have fun, have a good time, enjoy your teammates, and go out and play good golf. And boy, they were awesome. They really attacked, played well, and it was fun to watch. But there was other action as well. The PGA Tour Champions was in action, and KJ Choi shot a closing 4 under 68 on Sunday for a two-shot victory over Bernhard Langer and Alex Checa at the Pure International Championship at Pebble Beach for his first PGA Tour Champions win. Choi reeled off 4 consecutive birdies on number 5 to 8 and played the front 9 in 5 under. The South Korean had 8 pars and a bogey on the back 9 for a 13 under 203 total in his first victory since 2011 at the Players Championship. The 64-year-old Langer, who has 41 PGA Tour Champions wins, had an uneven final round of 4 under 68 that included 7 birdies, a bogey, and a double bogey. The 50-year-old Checa, who has 2 victories on the Over 50 Tour, started quickly, opening with 3 straight birdies and 4 in the first 5 holes. He went on to bogey number 6 and 8 and played the back 9 in 2 under for 68. Choi, an 8-time winner on the PGA Tour, had a previous best finish on the senior circuit of a tie for second at the 2020 Sanford International, where he lost in a 3-man playoff. With his second place finish, Langer, the event's 2017 champion, moved past Jim Furyk and Jerry Kelly into first place atop the Charles Schwab Cup standings as the season winds down. Scott Dunlap finished 4th at 10 under after a final round of 6 under 66. Steve Aker, 67, and Paul Stankowski tied for 5th, another stroke back. So congratulations, KJ Choi, with a victory. KJ, a popular character and well liked on the PGA Tour, and now he's got his first PGA Tour Champions win as he turned 50 and went on that tour. And what about Bernhard Langer? This guy just never stops. 64 years old and 41 tour victories, and he's still up there fighting every week. Um, Man, he is something to watch and something to see. Yeah, really, he's a terrific golfer and a Hall of Famer, and deservedly so. And after a pair of aces in 2 days, Nasa Hataoka couldn't have made it look easy to start the Walmart Northwest Arkansas Championship. It didn't end that way, though, as a shaky three-putt par on the last hole gave Hataoka the one-stroke cushion needed to collect her fifth career title. The powerfully petite Japanese player finished at 16 under for the week at Pinnacle Country Club in Rogers, Arkansas. Minji Lee put a solid stroke on a final birdie attempt that skid by the hole to finish tied with Yoonhee Ji at 15 under. Ji got up and down from a greenside bunker behind the green using only her putter. Daniel Kang and Yaka Sasso both shot 65 to finish in a share of fourth. Sasso carded two eagles on Sunday, including a sensational approach shot into the 18th with a 5-wood that stopped 4 feet from the hole. After a month off from the tour, she was pleased with the week, and rightfully so. Take a month off, get a fourth place finish, and to hit some shots like that, that's pretty dang good. So congratulations to all of them, and Anana Hatoka back in the winning circle, and two aces in one in a tournament. That's pretty cool. I'll tell you that much. I'm still looking for my first, but that's pretty neat. All right, let's take a break and be back right after this.
Sponsor an ad on the podcast. Support our show and let people know about your business. Email us today.
516-619-6341. That is the voicemail hotline if you'd like to leave a question, a comment, anything at all. Just call that number, 516-619-6341, and we'll play it on the air. Or if you'd like to be old-fashioned and send me an email, send it to talkinggolf@gmail.com. That's talkinggolf@gmail.com. Okay, and we're back, and it's time for the golf news of the week. All right, and in the golf news of the week, Patrick Cantlay was voted PGA Tour Player of the Year by his peers, capturing the Jack Nicklaus Award, which could be seen as a referendum on how players value winning the FedEx Cup. His solid year became so much more over the final 2 weeks of the season when Cantlay won a 6-hole playoff at the BMW Championship over Bryson DeChambeau, and then captured the FedEx Cup with a one-shot victory over John Rahm in the Tour Championship. So Patrick Cantlay is your PGA Tour Player of the Year. Swing instructors and putting coaches working with American team members of Whistling Straits had to pay their own way this week, while coaches working with European players have their expensive covers. If there's any controversy that came out of the Ryder Cup year, was that the swing coaches and the putting coaches did not get paid by the PGA to go with their players, and access is another thing that they complained about. I don't know what to say about that. I guess they really should have their swing coaches there, but these guys make pretty good money. I mean, what's another? The players should be able to, pay for their swing coaches and stuff like that. Yeah, it's expensive, but maybe the PGA will allow it next year and cover it the next time in Rome when they play in 2023 the Ryder Cup. But that's a tough one to call. Do you need your swing coaches? Now, Justin Thomas, his father is his swing coach and always has been, and he could not make it because he had a blood clot. And they cleared it up, but they were afraid about travel. He couldn't travel after having that so soon. So he was not there. He would have been there as a family member, probably anyway, with Justin. He's always there. It's surprising that he wasn't, but as I said, he had a blood clot and they didn't want him to travel. And in some sad news, professional golfer Bruce Fleischer, longtime Palm Beach Gardens, Florida resident, died Thursday after a long battle with cancer. He was 72. Few golfers enjoyed the second chance nature of the PGA Tour Champions Tour more than Fleischer. After winning just once on the PGA Tour in more than 400 tries, he won his first two starts on the 50 and older circuit in 1999 and claimed 18 total titles, including the 2001 U.S. Senior Open. So our condolences go out to the Fleischer family. Bruce Fleischer, dead at the age of 72 after a long battle with cancer. And rest in peace, Bruce. All right, let's take another quick break and be back with the schedule right after this.
Sponsor an ad on the podcast. Support our show and let people know about your business. Email us today.
516-619-6341. That is the voicemail hotline if you'd like to leave a question, a comment, anything at all. Just call that number, 516-619-6341, and we'll play it on the air. Or if you'd like to be old-fashioned and send me an email, send it to talkinggolf@gmail.com. That's talkinggolf@gmail.com. Okay, and we're back. And one thing I forgot to mention that remember the big feud between Bryson DeChambeau and Brooks Koepka? Well, they shook hands and hugged it out. So maybe they did call a truce for the Ryder Cup, and maybe it'll carry over the good feelings that they both had after winning. So we can take that controversy off the books and forget about that for a while. So some more good coming out of the Ryder Cup. Okay, on the schedule, on the calendar for next week, PGA Sanderson Farms Championship. And Sergio Garcia is the defending champ there. Bryson DeChambeau will not be there because he's going to participate in the World Long Drive Championship. So he's not going to be there, but everybody, a lot of the guys will be there, and should be an interesting tournament. The Champions Tour is taking a week off, and the LPGA is in action in my neck of the woods up in, well, it's a bit of a ride, but it's in New Jersey at the ShopRite Classic presented by Acer, and they are playing that in Galloway, New Jersey. And Mel Reid is the defending HUT title at that event. And the European Tour is in action, and they're playing a fun one. They're playing at the Old Course, St. Andrews. Yeah. And it is the Alfred Dunhill Links Championship. And if I'm not mistaken, they get a lot of celebrities. They have a pro-am in that, I think. And I remember a bunch of celebrities being there one year. So that's a terrific event. And that's on the European tour. So they should have a great week there. Okay, well, that's going to wrap it up for this week's show. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll hit that subscribe button and smash that like button. It helps us to grow the show and to attract new listeners and feeds the YouTube beast, if you will, the analytic beast. So I hope you'll do that, and I hope you'll listen to the audio podcast if you don't like video sitting through. You want to listen to the audio podcast of the of this Chip Shots, and it's available on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your podcast from. We are on there, so please check out Chip Shots on those things as well. And I'll be back next week. And remember, as you walk down the fairways of life, you must smell the roses, for you only get to play one round. Have a great week, everybody, and I'll see you next time on another edition of Chip Shots.